Well, welcome back to Alive and Well. And if we haven't had enough fun already, we are about to present one of our most unique cooking segments. We'll probably make a Madonna show look bland. In fact, these are some of the props from her latest show. No, actually, that's not true. I'm with Dan Bartlett, and I'm going to let Dan introduce himself. He has a unique talent, and we have a few minutes to demonstrate how we go from this to this. So Dan, tell me a little bit about you and what you do.
Thank you very much. I am from Red Eye Dimensions. I'm the executive chef and owner, and I carve watermelons, cantaloupes, honeydews into edible centerpieces displays for various different types of events, whether it's weddings, home parties, anything for a celebration. That's what I do.
Excellent. And after we're all done, the fruit is edible, I presume?
Yes, sir. It can be edible, and also it cannot be edible. If these were to sit out over the 2-hour mark, they are perishable, they will go bad, and they will spoil. If you take care of them, you keep them under the 41-degree mark, definitely edible.
Wow. So fun and good for you too. All right, so here we go. We've got about 8.5 minutes, and here we go.
All right, so I'm going to start out by simply peeling off this melon, leaving those just in case for extras. And I usually keep the skins with me on the side in case I mess up on the watermelon. But let's hope we don't mess up today. And we're going to put these off to the side in our little trash bin. Then I'm going to take a simple cookie cutter and I'm going to press it slightly into the melon. Not too deep, about 1/4 of an inch or so. I'm going to take my small paring knife. This is a specialty carving knife. I got this from Thailand, special order. And I'm going to come around on the inside and slightly trace the inside of the circle, and I get this little piece that peels out. It's almost like a cone shape on the inside.
Wow.
All right.
I'm not sure you should do this at home, folks, but keep a close eye on Dan.
So now I'm going to do a little teardrop, raindrop design, petal design around this circle, just kind of freehanding it, no specific style whatsoever. And when I carve these, I like to think about normal flowers. You've never seen a perfect flower in a garden before. So I like to have a little bit of some flaws and mistakes in my carvings as I draw in here. So I got our little petal design going around this melon. We're gonna come in now and trace the inside of these petals out. We're just gonna make my cuts connect. And we get these little tiny pieces that peel out, and that's how we form our first level of petals. So we're going to continue this all the way around the melon. And once we got that,
watch carefully, folks.
We have our first set of petals that we just created.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to take my knife, almost like a pencil, and draw onto the melon, just like so. And I'm using the melon almost like a piece of paper or canvas, and my knife is my pencil. Just freehanding all this, no specific petal design or style. And it's okay if we go into the green right here. You can go ahead and skin this off a little bit more, but I'm going to leave it on there because I like to add a little bit more detail and color into the
We've
melon.
got the Italian flag going here, folks. Red, white, and green. Obviously, we actually rehearsed this many times before we had. Actually, that's not true either. So this is extemporaneous. So watch what Dan is doing. And you know what? If any of you viewers can do this after watching Dan, we want you to get on our website, aliveandwellhealth.org, drop me an email, or send me a picture, and let me know what your fruit looks like, because I'm going to assume that our very talented viewers can easily pick up these skills and will be soon carving their own melons for the holidays. And we could put you out of business.
Oh, uh-oh, I'm gonna have some competition out there. But I'm really glad you did say that, because really anybody can carve this. It just takes a little bit of creativity. This is not very difficult at all. I started doing this when I was in high school.
Really?
And I got bored one day after school, picked up a melon and started carving it.
And said, this was my teacher and here you go. Yes.
Yes.
You're just a fruit.
It's a crazy thing, my last name is Bartlett.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the pear.
You don't do pears?
Occasionally.
Now, how do you keep them from, spoiling? Because they get, how pears are.
Pears, I actually keep them from browning using a little bit of some acid water, so lemon juice, lime juice,
as I do.
Cold water, yes.
Perfect.
Then I'm going to finish this last style up just with carving this out, and then once I got this, I'm going to go ahead and add some detail to these petals. One thing again is making all your cuts connect so you get a nice clean result. And we're going to pull these guys out just like so. And for beginners, I recommend cutting the bottom off of the watermelon.
So it doesn't roll around so much.
Yeah, it doesn't roll around. But I've done this so many times that I like leaving the round surface on the watermelon. That way I can spin it and move it in any direction as I please, as you guys have been noticing.
Well done. And by the way, a good cooking hint, if you're going to prepare a salad for a party and it does involve, say, apples and pears, keep your lemon handy, and you can do it 30 minutes ahead. Squeeze a little lemon on the apples and pears. It will prevent them from browning, and visually it'll just be such a nicer presentation.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can even let them sit in a little bath of lemon juice and ice cold water. And now what I'm going to do with my petals is I got to be really delicate with these petals, be real careful because they are super fragile. I'm going to come in and make like a V-style cut. I call it a V-style cut because it's two cuts coming in at an angle, like the shape of a V. So I'm going to do that design right on the inside, tracing the exact same lines of the petals. And as you see, I get these different styles of leaves coming out. And it adds some depth and some color, and definitely technique and skills, which would be very important in competitions or if you were going to be selling this.
Tell me about competitions.
Competitions? Oh, wow. I actually love entering competitions because it really pushes me to go above and beyond. And it really helps me out with focusing on my skills, but you want to be able to stand out doing extra little details, going the extra mile, showing the depth and color and design than somebody else would.
Cool.
So I'm going to show you a little bit of a different design. I'm going to use that same V-style cut, but as I create this cut, I'm going to move my knife around almost like in a zigzag shape. Be really careful. So here I go. Come in. I'm going to move it around almost like I'm drawing a zigzag line. I'm turning the melon around because as I do that, it's going to be the exact same cut. And as you can see, it makes a little bit of a different design. It's more wavy on the inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are the fruits you carved? Tell me again. We've got a couple minutes to go.
All right. I carve honeydews, watermelons, cantaloupes, apples, oranges, lemons, limes, pears, kiwis, anything that has a nice firm surface or soft. With a soft surface, you have to be more careful with it, but any types of fruits that I can get my hands on, I will definitely try it.
The $64,000 question is, how long did it take you to do this magnificent display that we now have on camera here in front of me?
This whole display probably took me about a little under an hour. I spent maybe about 5 to 7 minutes on each melon, and then I spent a little more time just kind of going into the depths and details a little bit more. That way they look presentable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Truly an amazing talent. All right, minute to go, Chef. Here we go.
All right, let's finish this guy up. So we're going to start speeding this up.
Almost like a competition here on Alive and Well.
Yeah, I've actually had to do a melon in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Goodness.
I would like to say, if anybody would like to check out my website, it's redeyedimensions.com, REDIYE, dimensions.com. And there you can find more pictures of my work. And on December 5th, I will be featured at the Edifice Art Gallery for fruit sculpting.
Wow. All right.
Yes, well, thank you very much. And
excellent. So in about 7 minutes, and we'll hold that up, and there you go. Wow, we've got a magnificent watermelon. What incredible talent. And again, keep these things at 41 degrees. You can eat them. The fruit is wonderful for you. Check out Dan's website and his incredible talent. Hopefully for a holiday party, you can use his services. For Alive and Well, I am Dr. Jim Sparborough. I want to thank Dan DeRose and Rocky Coleslaw on our earlier segments. Dan Bartlett, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.